My next guest is dropping down to light heavyweight, going to be taking on Khalil Rountree, UFC 289, June 10th. It's Chris Daukaus back here on the program. Chris, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I'm not cutting a bunch
Good.
of weight, though, to get down to light heavyweight these days. Take me
Yeah.
through when you sort of thought this was a possibility about you moving down to light heavyweight.
When Derek Lewis flatlined me, pretty much. No, I mean, like the guys are really big at heavyweight. It was always like a thought, and then I guess just dealing with the last three guys that I dealt with that I got finished by. It really solidified that if I'm really going to be doing anything in this sport or in this organization, it's just something that needs to be done. Regionally, you can get away with being, an oversized light heavyweight. But when you're fighting the best of the best, you can't. I mean, Derek Lewis, he cut to 265, and then when I was looking at him across the cage, he was close, probably I would say close to 300 pounds. Curtis Blades, huge. Rosenstrike, not that big, but just the power side, the power aspect, simple mistakes, and just fixing those things, and we're at 205 now.
Have you done a test cut yet, like to do this, or
Yep.
is this okay? You have. So
Yeah.
was that done with the PI? Like, how did you go about that?
It was really, after the Rosenstrike fight, it was like, all right, we're definitely doing this. Took time off, just from training, just mentally, just getting everything, enjoying, the holidays with my family, and just getting everything set for the actual test cut. The UFC wanted me to make my 205 appearance sooner than what is scheduled. I told them that I didn't want to sign a contract, take time away from someone else's career by not being able to guarantee that I can make 205, 206, whatever. So yeah, we decided to do the test cut. Got some help from the PI, some nutritionists who have left there. The nutritionist in which that I use, my strength and conditioning coach, we just used them, and then we did the test cut. We did the test cut a while back, and then treated it everything as it was a fight camp. So I already did a 205 fight camp. Treating it as a fight camp, doing the test cut, acting pretty much as like fight week. Tuesday you fly out. I didn't fly anywhere, but just the whole mental reps of everything, cutting the weight, making weight, rehydrating, and then like having a super hard cardio session and fight simulation the very next day to obviously be as best as I can and see how my body responds.
Cool. So you got it down to a science. That's great. Is it more
Yeah.
like diet? Is it more conditioning, or is it all the above? Like, is there anything you're working on, more than others to get down to 205?
No, it's really just cleaning up my diet. Man, I haven't had a cheesesteak in about 6 months, so I'm a little upset about that. But outside of that, no, it's really the main thing is just diet. I mean, I work extremely hard. I'm always good to go for cardio, so it's really just about cleaning the diet up that much more, and really just counting everything and making sure that I'm staying on top of my diet, because if I take like a day off, or if I like skip a meal, or like decide to get fat again, like one meal like sets me back like a lot. So
What do you miss right now the most? Steak, or what is it?
yeah, cheesesteak, like a cheesesteak, some wings and pizza. Yeah, just all the bad shit, like the that quick little endorphin, like that the quick
Yeah.
little jolt of good stuff, that good mouthfeel, and then it's just like, but then like after that, you're like, I feel like shit, and I feel like I have to go work out, and then I gotta go work out. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
not
whole
worth it.
whole lifestyle for sure. So
Yeah.
so you're fighting in Canada. I was curious, is this your first time going to Canada?
Yes, first time in Canada. Just like first time. I've always wanted to go to Canada. My brother's made the trip up to TriStar a bunch of times. I always wanted to go, but I always had work at the time when he was up there, so it was never really something that I could do. But yeah, I'm excited to go up there. I originally heard that this whole fight card was supposed to be in Toronto.
Right.
I was excited for that to be in Toronto. I was going to stay after, like hang out at Niagara Falls, go over there. But yeah, it's in Vancouver, so I got to fly like 10 hours to Vancouver. So that's just fun.
That's good. Did you know anything about Vancouver before like accepting this fight at all? Did you have to look it up?
Nope, nope. I knew where it was, and that's about it. I didn't know anything. Like the history behind it and all that. So yeah, I'm excited to get out there. Fight week, do a little exploring. Walk around the city a little bit and see where we're at.
That's awesome. Let's
Yeah.
talk about Khalil Rountree. Tough
Okay.
opponent to come down and fight, man. You didn't take an
Yeah.
easy one.
No.
Was there a thought process of maybe being like, maybe I want to fight a grappler this time? Like, is that, or
No.
was it just like they gave you the fight and you're like, yeah, let's do it?
No. They gave me a name. For my original scheduled debut. I told them no, simply because, like I said, I didn't want to agree to something that was going to be super tough. Well, yeah, that I never did before.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to make sure that my body would respond well, and it responded phenomenally. So he's the next guy that they gave me for this date. It wasn't like a pick me thing. Like I want this guy instead of this guy. It was like hey, this is who we have, and that's who I'm fighting. So I'm really not the type of guy to be doing that. If the UFC decides they want me to fight whoever, I'll fight whoever. It doesn't matter.
What was the original date they wanted you to fight you? When were you supposed to have that debut?
They wanted me to fight on the London card.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
was that
Okay. Oh,
March?
wow. That was
Yeah,
March. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So they wanted me to like do like a quick turnaround, and I was like, nah. I like no disrespect to the guys that who run the UFC and the powers that be. I was like, I didn't feel comfortable signing that and doing that. I just didn't know how I was going to respond, so I didn't want to obviously miss weight and then get a bunch of money taken or just ruin not be able to fight because I didn't know how my body was responding. Then ruin the whoever the opponent was, his career projections or anything like that. So I just figured that it was better for me to just do a test cut and then just go from there.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
not to mention the travel time. Like that would have been a not great situation. You're coming off a stoppage loss, then you got to
Yeah.
fly out there, then you got to cut weight. Like at least I know this is
Yeah.
10 hours, but at least it's still like not a crazy time zone change or anything like that.
No, I mean, no, like I think it's a 3 hour, 4 hour difference from Philadelphia where I'm at. So
Yeah,
it's nothing crazy. It's nothing more than what I do for Vegas. So I'm used to the time change. It's just, yeah, like the whole flight. I don't know how my body's going to respond to the flight with holding water, seeing how that goes. So we'll figure it out, man. You know,
it's good.
I ain't too stressed about it.
Training camp, same cast of characters. Who you mainly been working with for this one?
Yeah, same cast characters. Everybody's kind of doing the same thing. We got a bunch of guys actually getting ready for fights in June.
I was looking at this. I sorry to interrupt you. So if I'm not
No, you're
mistaken,
good.
Turnbull's fighting June 3rd. You're fighting on the 10th. Kyle's fighting on the 16th, right?
That is correct. No, Matt Turnbull's actually fighting on the 23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
I
Okay,
want to say,
gotcha.
yeah, he's the 23rd. I want to say Pat Brady is fighting. I want to say on their PFL card. I'm not sure what it's either the week after mine or something like that. So yeah, we have like 4 or 5 guys who are getting ready for fights all on that time. So yeah, it's good. We got everybody ready, and then everyone's, my brother went up with Corey Anderson. I'm looking to get up there soon with him. Go training up with him. Been doing some wrestling with some different people. Been going down to Marquez's. You see, I posted on my social media and all that. So yeah, we're just kind of just really just branching out and just getting different looks, and it's been really good.
That's awesome. And then as far as your corner, who's going to be making the trip with you to Canada?
I think it's going to be my brother. Yeah, I think he's going out with me. I think Will might be going out with me. I don't believe Pat's going with me just because of his time frame with his fight. Kyle said he's like it's no big deal for Kyle. Kyle's done it before, so he's kind of used to it. And then I think we got my buddy Ryan, who I've been using for like big on wrestling. Him, and then I got to bring somebody out for like the meals and stuff. So I'll figure all that out when I have to. I mean, the UFC has been pushing me to get my corners in, so I got like the majority of the guys. It's just 1 or 2 people I have to bring out and figure out where they're going to be set up and are they going to be in the fighter hotel and stuff like that. So we'll figure it out.
How's this fight playing out? Knowing your two styles, I don't think this is going to the scorecards.
Nah, I don't think it's going to go to the scorecards. It's 205. We'll see how it goes, man. I'm fully expecting him to come out and just press me. Like if you look at the past 3 guys that I fought, Rosenstrike did something that we weren't fully expecting. He definitely pressed me. We weren't expecting that from everything from Rosenstrike's last performances. I hit him with a right hand, and then after that we kind of broke off. And then I figured if I feinted a little bit, he was going to be backing up or maybe staying where he was at, and I was going to counter off that. And I was going to try and take Rosenstrike down. Obviously, he had different plans. So yeah, just changing game plans up. Well, but you know what? Things change when punches and kicks start throwing. So we'll see how it goes. I fully expect him to be coming out and impressing me and pressing the action. So we'll go from there.
Hate to be a little grim here. Is this kind of a do or die fight for you? You know, I know it's been a bit of a rough stretch, but to your credit, Chris, and I will fight this as long as I have to. The guys you fought, I don't think there's a lot of fighters signing up to fight a lot of those guys. So I mean, if you look at resume and level of opposition, you've had it pretty tough, man.
Yeah, it's yeah, but nah, man, it's the fucking fight game, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm fighting the best guys in the world. I'm fighting the best guys in the world. It's a part of it, you know. And then we'll truly see that the come June 10th that the weight was that the size difference was like a really big factor in this. You know, I really think that that's probably the biggest deciding factor is how big these guys were. Like, I mean, people like don't realize it. Like when like they're looking at people on TV or they see people out in the streets. Like Derek Lewis is a big man, but Curtis Blades is even bigger than Derek Lewis. Like I thought it was complete opposite. I thought Derek Lewis was going to be the biggest guy ever. He was he was big, but he wasn't like, oh my god. Like Curtis Blades is big as shit. Like he's really big.
Mhm.
Like Rosenstrike wasn't that, but like that. I'm not a heavyweight. Like if I'm not a heavyweight. I'm just like I'm a fat 205er. Like that's all I was.
Okay.
Yeah, but just to get back to your question, like yeah, like I think obviously this is a do or die. I'm 4-3 in the UFC. Last three fights I've been all stoppages, so it's not a good look. Obviously, it's not a good look, and it's not. I don't have like a really good point to stand on to say that I should get a new contract or I have more fights in me if the UFC is like, yo man, kick rocks. So it is what it is. But yeah, like yeah, this is kind of really like I absolutely need this, and to fight a guy like Khalil Rountree is it's definitely going to be a tough test. This is not an easy fight. I'm not the type of guy, clearly, to take easy fights. I really just want to fight the best guys in the world and the best guys who will accept the fight with me. And Khalil's one of them. So thank you, Khalil, for taking the fight.
We're looking forward to this, man. I can't wait. June 10th, UFC
Of course.
289. Chris, thanks for doing this, man. If people don't know, we've had to
course.
reschedule this a few times, all on my end, by the way, but this guy's
Yeah.
a true professional. We made it happen. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, just really everybody who's, been following me and the core group of guys who I've been training with for the past like 12 years, who's been on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. Obviously my family, my wife, my kids. Yeah, it's for sticking by me through everything and all the hardships that we've had, all the good times. And yeah, just anyone wants to reach out, I pretty much respond to everything. Chris Daukaus MMA, both on Twitter and Instagram. So those are, if you guys want to talk to me, that's pretty much the best way to get a hold of me.